1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Probably wondering why I just counted to 11 in front of the camera. Well, in those 11 seconds, 2.7 million dogs have died. Euthanized, been put down at a local shelter all across the United States. Hi, Michael Morrison. I'm here to persuade y'all into choosing to go to a rescue or a shelter as opposed to going immediately to a high-priced breeder. Imagine, if you will, you have a family and you just lost your golden retriever of 11 years old. You know, a show dog, perfectly bred, beautiful. And your kids are coming up to you, "Daddy, we need a new dog. It's time for a new dog." And you agree with them. Well, a little tight for cash right now. So you decide to go, well, let's go to the breeder first. Well, what I'm going to try and tell you is we're going to go over the good parts of breeders, the bad parts of breeders, the pros and cons of shelters and rescues. But we'll start with the breeder, like I said. So you go to your down home country breeder. Well, dogs are beautiful, they're a little pricey, but you see one that looks just like all Rocky. But he doesn't really jump out at you right away. So you start talking, you start researching the dealer a little bit, and you find out that the inbreeding has bred a certain genetic trait like bad hearts. Excuse me. Golden retrievers tend to be a little bit prone to congestive heart failure at old age, especially with inbreeding, bad hips, things like that. So when you pay your money for a dog of that quality, you want it to be perfect. So you decide to, mosey away from the breeder for right now. And you make your way via the computer. You look at all the little thumbnails and stuff like that of the local shelter in your area. And as luck would have it, you see a dog that you've been wanting. You've had golden retrievers your whole life. You decide, you know what? I want a different breed. You see an Italian Mastiff, which, a big dog. People tend to turn them in due to the fact that they underestimate what they have to deal with after the fact. That they're just so cute little puppies. Well, so you go to the shelter, you want him real bad, you get there, and he's gone. This is one of the downsides of shelters. Pets come and go. It's kind of a first come, first serve kind of thing. Sometimes you get there, the dog's there, or you didn't look on, you just went in out of nowhere and found the dog you wanted. The only downside to going to a shelter is that, you have to spay or neuter your dog because they want to control overpopulation, which, it's good to do, but if the case you find that Mastiff, you don't want to neuter him. You want to keep him so you can breed him. Well, you get to this shelter and that Mastiff is gone. And you find out by talking to the attendant that it wasn't really available in the first place because its mental state was not good, which means somebody used him for fighting. But they give you the name of the rescue. So we move on to the third aspect of this: rescues. Rescues tend to be mostly for breed-specific, aggressive dogs, or big dogs that people can't handle. There's one called Marley's Mutts out here in California that they take in most any dog and rehab them. It's another good thing about rescues. They rehab dogs, bad mental states, things like that, so that when you go to get the dog, it's perfect. I mean, it's almost guaranteed that they will not be aggressive. You know, they give you certain things to know, you know, like don't need cats or anything like that. So you get up there and put your name on a list and they tell you, yeah, this dog is good. And you pay maybe a minimal fee. It's mostly the contract that's the pain about it. So instead of paying, you know, $400 or $500 for a golden retriever, you ended up with a prize-winning Italian Mastiff, and probably one of the most loyal dogs on the planet, due to the fact that somebody gave him up and you rescued him, or her, whatever the sex of the dog. And, you know, it might end up with something like these. Oh, boys. Come here. Here, Drago. This is Kane. I got him from a rescue. And this is Drago. Both of which, as you can see, are very loyal. And clumsy. Today, we talked about the high-priced breeders, the shelters you can go to, you know, some are high kill, some aren't, and the rescues that you can get beautiful dogs like this big lug up here, and a lifelong friend for half the price, whether it be a first dog, second, third dog, you know, whatever. Hopefully, you take to my message and decide to go to your shelter or rescue next time you want to go get a pet. Bye-bye.